In this video, you are going to discover 5 signs to know if you have a spirit wife. Imagine waking up one day and realizing you have been married for years, but not to a human woman, not to someone you can see, touch, or even talk to. Instead, your real wife is an invisible force, controlling your love life, your finances, and even your destiny. It sounds like something from a horror movie, right? But for countless men, this is real. Maybe you've noticed strange patterns in your life. Repeated failures in relationships, sudden financial setbacks, or intense sexual dreams that feel disturbingly real. You might find yourself experiencing uncontrollable urges to watch pornography or masturbate as if something is pushing you towards it. Or perhaps every time you're about to experience a breakthrough in life, everything suddenly falls apart. If this sounds familiar, you may not be alone in your bed. You may have been spiritually marked by a demonic wife, an unseen force that has claimed you as hers, a spirit that is jealous, possessive, and determined to ruin every chance you have at love, success, and happiness. And the worst part? She won't let you go without a fight. But you don't have to remain under her control. In this video, I'll expose 5 chilling signs that a spirit wife is operating in your life. And most importantly, I'll show you how to break free before she destroys you completely. So stay with me until the end, because what you're about to hear could change your life forever. 1. Sexual dreams that feel too real. The entry point. Ever had a dream where you were intimate with someone, but when you woke up, it felt too real? Like something actually happened while you were asleep? That's not just your imagination. That's a direct attack from a spirit wife. And the worst part? It's not just a dream, it's a spiritual transaction. Here's how it works. You dream about having sex with a stranger, an ex, or even someone you know. The experience feels incredibly real, so vivid, so intense, that when you wake up, you're left feeling drained, confused, and guilty. Sometimes you even notice physical signs, like wetness, exhaustion, or the eerie feeling that someone was in the room with you. This isn't a one-time event. It's a pattern, a cycle designed to keep you bound. Each encounter is a renewal of a spiritual covenant, a claim over your life that you never agreed to, but is being forced upon you. The Bible warns us in Matthew 13:25, "But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat." Your sleep is supposed to be a time of rest, but for many men, it has become the battleground where their destinies are stolen. While you lay unconscious, the enemy is at work, planting seeds of bondage, stealing your spiritual authority, and ensuring that every attempt you make at progress is sabotaged. This is not just a bad dream, it's a deliberate attack. And unless you recognize it for what it is, you may never break free. 2. Failed relationships and marital delays. The spirit wife's jealous grip. Ever feel like your relationships always end in heartbreak for no logical reason? It's like a curse. Every time you meet someone promising, things start off great, but then, out of nowhere, she pulls away. She loses interest, starts acting differently, or simply disappears. You meet a woman you really like, things start going well. Then, suddenly, she cuts you off. Whenever marriage is around the corner, strange things happen, misunderstandings, arguments, or a breakup you never saw coming. No matter how much you pray, fast, or try to settle down, something always gets in the way. This isn't just bad luck. It's a deliberate attack. A spirit wife hates competition. She sees every woman in your life as a threat, and she will do whatever it takes to keep you single, frustrated, and lonely. Have you ever had dreams like these? A woman snatching a wedding ring from your hand? Is someone warning you not to get married? You're at your own wedding, but something goes terribly wrong? These are not random nightmares. They are spiritual messages, clear warnings that you are under attack. A spirit wife's grip is strong, and she won't let go easily. She manipulates your emotions, plants confusion in your relationships, and ensures that no matter how close you get to finding love, something always sabotages it. But here's the good news. This can be broken. The first step is awareness, recognizing that what's happening isn't natural. The next step? Fighting back with the right spiritual weapons. Because if you don't, she will keep ruling over your love life, and you may never experience the joy of a real, God-ordained marriage. Number 3. The unbreakable addiction to lust and pornography. The spirit wife's control over your desires. Here's a hard truth most people ignore. If you can't control your lust, it's because something else is controlling it for you. A spirit wife doesn't just visit you at night, she makes sure you crave her during the day. That's why, no matter how many times you try to stop watching porn, you always go back. You feel an overwhelming urge to masturbate, even when you don't want to. Every time you try to stay sexually pure, lustful thoughts flood your mind out of nowhere. Why does this happen? Because every sexual act strengthens her grip on you. Lust isn't just a habit, it's a spiritual chain, and a spirit wife knows that, as long as you keep falling into it, she remains in control. Ever notice how, the moment you decide to live righteously, the temptation to sin becomes unbearable? You feel drained, ashamed, or even disgusted with yourself after giving in, but somehow you keep going back. It feels impossible to break free no matter how much you try. That's not just human weakness, that's spiritual manipulation. The Bible warns in Proverbs 5 verse 10, "Lest strangers be filled with thy wealth, and thy labors be in the house of a stranger." Every time you give in to lust, you're not just losing self-control, you're feeding a spirit that wants to destroy you. But here's the truth, you don't have to remain a prisoner. Recognizing the battle is the first step. The next, breaking free from her grip once and for all. 4. Mysterious financial and career failures. Why your hard work never pays off. You work hard, you hustle, you do everything right, but somehow your money always disappears. Every time you're about to experience a breakthrough, something happens. Unexpected debts, sudden losses, missed opportunities. Ever noticed how you make money, but it never lasts? You get great opportunities, but they slip away at the last second. No matter how hard you try, you're always in a cycle of financial struggle. This isn't just bad luck or poor planning. This is spiritual manipulation. A spirit wife isn't just after your love life. She wants to keep you broke and frustrated, so you never build a real future. Think about it. If your finances remain in shambles, you'll always feel trapped, hopeless, and unable to move forward. You work extra hard, but there's always an urgent expense that drains you. Just when you're about to close a big deal, something strange happens to block it. You receive money, but it vanishes before you can do anything meaningful with it. This is a calculated attack. Deuteronomy 28 verse 17 warns, "Cursed shall be thy basket and thy store." A spirit wife ensures that your basket is always empty, no matter how much you try to fill it. But here's the good news. You don't have to live like this forever. The moment you recognize the source of your struggles, you can fight back. And once you break free, you'll finally see the blessings that have been stolen from you. Number 5. The unseen presence that won't leave you alone. The nighttime attacks you can't explain. Have you ever felt a heavy presence in your room at night? Like someone was there, but you couldn't see them? Some men even experience terrifying encounters, such as sleep paralysis. You're awake but you can't move or speak. A strange force touching them inappropriately while they sleep. Hearing whispers, footsteps, or seeing shadows lurking in the darkness. These are not just nightmares, or your imagination playing tricks on you. These are spiritual attacks. A spirit wife operates in secrecy, attacking when you're most vulnerable. At night, while you sleep. You might brush it off as stress or exhaustion, but if these experiences keep happening, it's a sign that something deeper is at play. Ever noticed how after these attacks, you wake up feeling drained, even if you slept for hours? Do you feel fearful or uneasy, like someone is watching you? Do you struggle with lustful thoughts or urges the next day? That's because these nighttime encounters are not random. They are meant to weaken you spiritually and emotionally. Ephesians 6:12 warns us, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world." If you've experienced these attacks, you cannot afford to ignore them. The longer you do nothing, the stronger the grip becomes. And if you don't fight back, these forces will continue to drain your energy, steal your peace, and control your destiny. But here's the good news. You can break free. And in the next part of this video, I'll show you exactly how. How to break free, your battle plan for deliverance. The path to freedom. If you're dealing with a spirit wife, the worst thing you can do is stay silent. Here's how you fight back. Repent and renounce any sexual sins that open the door. Fast and pray specifically against spiritual spouses. Cut off lustful habits that keep you tied to them. Seek deliverance from a true man of God who understands spiritual warfare. This is not a battle you can win passively. You must take action. Don't ignore the signs. Your destiny is at stake. A spirit wife won't leave unless you fight back. She won't just disappear because you ignore her. In fact, the longer you allow these signs to continue unchecked, the stronger her grip on your life becomes. If you've experienced even one of these warning signs, whether it's recurring sexual dreams, sudden relationship failures, financial struggles, or unexplained nighttime attacks, don't brush it off. This is not just bad luck. This is spiritual warfare. Ask yourself, how many opportunities have slipped through your fingers? How many relationships have ended mysteriously? How much longer will you allow this invisible force to steal your joy, peace, and future? It's time to wake up and fight back. You are not alone in this battle. There are countless others facing the same struggles, but the good news is you don't have to stay trapped. There is a way to break free, but it starts with acknowledging the battle and taking action. Are you ready to take back your life? If your answer is yes, then drop a comment below. Let me know if you're ready to break free, and let's stand together in prayer. Your destiny is too important to let a spirit wife destroy it. It's time to reclaim your future before it's too late.